Hi everyone, it's Chris from Flying Star Astrology. Today we are going to talk about power directions for power numbers 1 through 8, not ones, 1 through 8. And the way you can use this information is for connecting with clients, for having conversations with friends or family, for writing reports, sending emails, having conversations on the phone. This direction is going to help you have a better connection with people. So you're going to have a better relationship with them. They're going to connect to you more because this direction is a direction that supports you and your relationship. So let's go through each of the numbers and talk about the directions and how they support you. Okay, so power number 1, if you happen to have that number, and that's based upon your birthday. So for example, if you happen to be a guy born in 1981, power number 1 is your power number. You happen to share this number with Brad Pitt and with Jenna Marbles. If you're not sure who Jenna Marbles is, get on YouTube because she's pretty famous. I also hear her on Sirius XM. I think she has her own radio show and a bunch of other things. So power direction for you, in addition to these two folks, is the south. So what do? You sit facing south when you're talking to people on the phone. You can sit facing south when you're typing up emails to people or putting together a newsletter. Sit facing south or stand facing south. When I talk on the phone, I like to walk around. So you can, if you happen to be that kind of person, stand so that you're facing south or walk so that you're pacing back and forth to the south. The other thing is if you happen to have pictures of loved ones, if you want to keep those in your office, put them in the south. It's a great place to put them. If you happen to be power number 2, for example, if you were a woman born in 1969, you happen to share the same power number as Jennifer Lopez and PewDiePie. I think PewDiePie is like the #1 YouTuber in terms of subscribers and people who follow his videos. So you're in good company. Power number 2 happens to be have the direction for relationships in the Northwest. The Northwest happens to be the energy of like spiritual development, learning, books, libraries, teachers, priests, rabbis, imams, anybody having to do with like a spiritual learning as opposed to like something more scientific or math related, that kind of things that are spiritual, things that are internal. So facing northwest for you is really good, and connecting with people. For example, putting your office in the northwest, again, facing northwest when you're talking to people. And just in case you're curious and you're not sure what direction northwest is or south is, always remember the sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. So if you happen to face east, all you have to think about is facing where the sun comes up. The north is always going to be to your left, and the south is always going to be to your right. So that kind of helps you, north, east, south, and west. And then from that point, you can figure out where northwest is. So if you're facing east, northwest is going to be back and to your left. So it's going to be kind of like catty corner to you. Connecting with people, like being surrounded by books, that sounds silly, but having a library is supportive of you in your relationships. So somebody needs to hear that. I don't know why I came up with that. Sometimes things come to me and I'm like, okay, well, somebody needs to hear that. So if your power number happens to be 2, having books around you is supportive of you and your energy. It's supportive of people in general because it's always knowledge, but for you in particular, it's good to have that. If you decide to write a book, people will connect with you. Probably better that way, through writing books, writing emails. It's not that you can't talk to people and have a good relationship. Absolutely you can. But in addition to that, people will connect with your writing. So if you've ever thought about writing and you have power number 2, definitely do this because this is good for you. All right. Power number 3, you happen to share the same power number as George Clooney and Lily Singh. Lily Singh is also known as Superwoman. She's another YouTuber, Canadian, very famous, if you happen to be into the YouTube scene. If you were a guy born in 1997, Power number 3 is your number. Also, like I said, other people have the same power number. It depends on your birthday and your gender. That will tell you what your power number is. Your direction for relationships is southeast. Well, the southeast, you know, it's the same thing for everybody. Facing southeast, if you have this direction as your power direction for relationships, is good. Facing that direction when you're talking on the phone, on the computer. I don't mean to be repetitive, but really it's the same thing for everybody. There's nothing different that you do. You just face a different direction depending upon your power number. So power number 3, the southeast, happens to be the direction of money, finance, banking, wealth, pretty much anything to do with money, making money, receiving money, allowing more money in. So you will probably have a good connection with people in the banking industry and finance industry more so than others. You can also find that if you're asking for money, facing southeast is going to be particularly useful to you because you already have that energy within you based upon your power number, and so people are going to be more likely to give you money. Be receptive to hearing that you need money. It's gonna be easier for you than most people to collect money because of this particular energy number that you have, this power number. Power number 4, you happen to share the same power number as Joe Biden. Can you tell I ran out of ink in my printer? Yeah, I did. And Taylor Swift. This is the power number for men born in 1987. By the way, so if that's your birthday and you're a guy, this is your power number. The east for you is your power direction for relationships. So sit facing east when you're talking to people, when you're writing emails, put your computer so you're facing east. If you can have your office in the east area of your home or the building that you work in, that's even better. Connecting with people. If you can put your business cards in the east, you can put your client files in the east, pictures of people that you are related to, especially your family, because the east is all about family. So you're going to have a stronger relationship with your family probably than maybe even your friends who don't share the same power number than you, because the east is tied to relationships with family. And this is the family that you come from. Although you have a good relationship with the family that you marry into, the one that you're from is going to be particularly strong. Even if it's not happy all the time, you're going to have a strong connection to your family. It's also a direction for history and for government. So if you happen to work in government or happen to have to deal with people in the government, you're going to have a stronger rapport with those types of people just based upon your energy number than a lot of other people. Now, does this mean that if you don't have this power number, you can't have strong relationships with your family or with the government or people, historical people who write about history or that kind of thing? No, absolutely not, because you have free will. What the energy number and what your power number is really telling you is where your strengths lie and where it's going to be easier for you to manifest things that you're looking to do if you use the energy of the direction that you're supported by. That's really what this is telling you. All right, so moving on. I think I have to adjust my camera. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Power number 6. Yeah, power number 6. So this energy number is tied to Kelly Clarkson. She happened to be born in a year where that energy number was the power number for women. And then if you're a female born in 1982, you also share this power number. Your direction for relationships is the southwest. So this particular direction happens to be the general direction in feng shui for relationships anyway. So relationships are going to be important to you, especially connecting one-on-one with other people. So even though you can talk to people in big groups and connect that way, there's nothing that says that you can't do that. Your strongest connection is going to be more of a one-on-one. So if you do consulting work You're going to do better when you have a one-on-one connection with people. You're going to have a better rapport than if you do like a mass audience type connection. Connecting with women is also going to be to your advantage. Even though you can connect with men, there's nothing that says that you can't. This happens to be a female direction, so connecting with women is going to be particularly supportive of you. And then keeping pictures of your family, especially like your mom and your children in the Southwest, is going to be supportive of your relationships with your family. Okay? All right, so now moving on to Power Direction 7. You share your direction with Gary Vaynerchuk and J.K. who's the author of the Harry Potter books, in case you're curious to know who that is. 1975, men born in 1975 have this power direction, this power number, I should say. Your power direction for relationships is the Northeast. The Northeast is tied to travel, mentors, connecting with groups of people, friends, things of that nature. So facing Northeast, when you talk to people, writing emails, writing reports, having your office in the Northeast, anything to do with the Northeast is going to be good for your relationships. Also, if you travel to meet with clients, that's going to be good for you more so than other people. You're going to create a stronger connection. Does not mean that you have to travel. It's just that it's a direction that supports that for you. Also, finding a mentor will help you in your relationships too. So if you need somebody, like if you need a counselor to help you with your marriage relationships, or if you need to talk to somebody about your relationships, you're going to find that you get good advice. And it's going to be easier for you to get good advice because the Northeast supports that direction for you. If you happen to be power number 8, you share this with Ellen DeGeneres and Bradley Cooper. If you are a woman born in 1992, this happens to be your power direction, power number 8. It's a little windy out here today. And your relationship direction happens to be West. West is all about creativity, children, writing, anything to do with artistry. So anything you do that's creative with your work, making films, making YouTube videos, if you like to do crafty kind of things to connect with your clients, like if you like to make crafty type gifts, or if you like to make artistic emails, like any kind of things you do with connecting with people that are creative and artistic are going to come across more with your energy. So the West is really good for you. It's also tied to technology. So connecting with people through technology, like email, YouTube, I'm sure there are a million other things you can do. Movies with technology is going to be particularly good for you. TV, these people, even though, as you can see, all these people that I've shown you are famous, so you don't have to have West as your relationship direction to succeed. You don't have to have a specific direction or a specific power number to succeed. That's not it at all. What you're doing is you're using the energy that you were born with to help make it easier for you to succeed in the areas that you want to succeed. So for this particular power number 8, it's going to be the West. And last but not least, we have power number 9. If you happen to have power number 9, you share the same direction as Tyrus, who is a former wrestler, and also Annafaris, who is an actress. I think Tyrus is also on Fox News now. Men born in 1985 have this particular power direction, and the energy number, or the power direction that supports you for your relationships, is in the North. So facing north when you're talking to people, putting your desk in the north area of your home or the office building that you're in, putting your client files in the north. Also doing activities that are related to the water. So like if I were you, I would put a water fountain in the north area of my home office or my business office. Having that flow of water is good for you, good for connecting with people. Now again, do you have to have these specific power numbers to be successful. No. What you're doing is you're using the energy of your directions to help make things go more smoothly. So you can use these and you find that you go more with the tide, like things go much more smoothly for you, or you can, you know, keep trying to flounder on your own, figure it out on your own, and then you kind of are always fighting the tide. So this is sort of like the bonus. This is the icing on the cake to get you going in the right direction. You still have to have a good message. You still have to do the work. You still have to get out there and put yourself out there if you want to succeed in life. If you want to connect, you know, if you want to have a relationship with people, if you want to get that promotion at work, if you want your business to take off, you still have to put in the work. These directions are just telling you, hey, we're here. If you want to use us, we're going to help you succeed the way you want to succeed. We're going to help it be easier for you. So it's not so much work. Even though you have to put in the work, it's not going to be as difficult. We're here to help you. That's what these directions and energy numbers are telling you. So if you're curious about your power directions, all you have to do is click down below and sign up on my webpage, and I'll send you your power number and your power directions. And look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.